Good morning, my wonderful friends. Magus with you on a beautiful day in Asha. I want to ask you, is anyone feeling frustrated right now? I am feeling very frustrated, and I'm going to try to show you why and then what we can do about it. If you'll look here, we've got Mars, which is a hard-charging planet, right? We come in guns blazing, ready to take over, but it's as far out of its home sign as it can get right now. And then it's going to be squaring here pretty quick Saturn and Pluto. What does that mean? That means, my friends, that we're going to have to do things a little different. We can't just go charging in right now, guns blazing. We're going to have to play it smart. Almost think of it like a chess game. And it got me thinking about our message yesterday. I want to get to this real quick. I want to talk about the star card. But before we get to that, do you remember in yesterday's message, I saw in vision, in that place between awake and asleep, thrice and God. And then when I looked it up on the internet, the first thing that popped up said, from the Old English thurga, related to three, later respelled, and remind me, I got to talk about spells, with CE, to denote unvoiced sound. My God, that's why I feel so frustrated. I feel like my sound is not being heard. I tell people the simple message of Asha, that God is good. And my friends, it blows my mind. It astounds me that people can't grasp it. They have no ears, they have no eyes. Oh my God, I get frustrated, and that's the energies that we're feeling right now. And my friends, it's because of the spelling, if you will, around. And as I've been doing more studying, you see that our very language is written in a way to keep people in bondage. You'll see, like in ads, you've seen this where they'll have $5.99 instead of $6, because your mind obviously thinks 5 instead of 6. That's all around us. We work on only like 5% of our mind. All the rest is out of old subconscious prompters. So what do they do with their education system? They program us, our subconscious, because they know we're going to be living out of that. They give us our history, who God is, what our religion is, what politics looks like, and that's just what it is, and we just work out of that. Now we're so busy with school and jobs and just surviving, we don't have time to really think, so we just live out of those prompters, and the people at the top are just pulling the strings, and it's in our language, it's in our advertisement, and it's inside of us. It's wired in our DNA. It's been drilled into our parents and grandparents, and now, my friends, it's so easy for just a few to rule the many. And my God, people are under a spell, and we need to wake up. But what I'm finding right now, people can't hear it. I give them the most basic, simple thing, that God is good. But no, my friends, because when they're a little child, their parents took them by the hand to Sunday school, and they said God hates wars, kills, destroys, and they tell you you're just a dirty sinner, you're no good, but God was angry and you deserve to go to hell, but instead he just killed his son like an animal sacrifice. And they've warped your mind, your idea of who he is. You think he hates wars, kills, get jealous, destroys. My friends, he's all good, but the world religions teach different. They have you with the wrong identity of who and what you are and what you're capable of, and they don't want you to wake up. So the reason, my friends, as we talked about in yesterday's video, people can't hear because they have had their heads cut off. Please go back and watch yesterday's video if you haven't seen it. But all the way back in the temples, you would see human bodies with animal heads, be it a wolf head, a serpent head, a bird head. And my friends, what I was discovering is like the wolf head, the snake head, those are lower animal based desires. The Zoroastrians talk about it, of the biped serpents, the wolf men. My friends, we are meant to rule the atmosphere and air. And we've been talking a lot about aliens. Aliens, it's an outside energy source planting their seed in our planet, even in our bodies, in our DNA, and it can be good or evil. It can be fear and greed and war and lies and deception, and that's what the world looks like right now, and that's the energies really ruling right now. But my friends, we need to put on, as I talked about, our bird heads. That's representing the God mind, the higher mind, if you will, in the higher frequencies where we're meant to operate. But my friends, people have had their head cut off, and in a lot of the old temples, you'll see a man's body with a bird head lying next to it. And to me, that represents that their connection to source has been severed. And here with that word thrice, it's to denote an unvoiced sound, my friends. You can't speak it, you can't hear it if you don't have a head. We need to reconnect the head. And that gets me to the star card here I want to talk about. Right now they're doing a thing where you can't travel, you can't do anything if you don't get the star card. They're federal identification. And my friends, I love what they picked for the symbol. It's a pentagram or a pentacle. As you know, Venus every 8 years is viewed from Earth. It makes a pentagram in the sky. It's a beautiful symbol. At first I was kind of mad that they stole our symbol, but now I'm excited because every time you see this, I want you to think of this, remember this right here, what we're talking about. Who's at the head? The head is meant to be spirit. The top point is meant to be spirit. That's why they always say keep your pentacle up. The spirit ruling over the matter, the form, fire, air, water, earth. And so who is up there? And so every time you look at that star card, I want you to picture this, a question mark at the top there. Who is up there with spirit? Because they talk about like one nation under God. What God? Is it the all good God that's unconditional love, peace, joy, kindness, and his nature can't change? Or is it the God that they programmed you with, that hates, wars, kills, and destroys? Because we talked about, you're never going to rise above your highest principle of good, and that's how they got you. And my friends, as we're talking about the mind games they play in our language, in our schooling, in our history, I want to tell you the little game that they play so you see it. Okay, so do you remember, like with slavery, right? Okay, they built the nation on the backs of slavery. After they get done what they want, then they let you vote on it. They let you behind the scenes. Before, everything's top secret. It's government stuff. It's above your pay grade, but after it's all done, they got what they wanted, then they let the people in, and you can vote about it, and you get up in arms. No, that's wrong, and they fight about it, and it goes on for a long time, and then morally we get rid of it. Nuclear bombs, right? You don't get to know anything about it. Chemical warfare, it's all top secret, behind the scenes, government stuff. After they get it all done, they got the bombs that can blow up the world. They got the chemicals. They've got the all these ungodly experiments even going on right now. But by the time they let you in, it leaks out, right? And you all vote on it, and then you get rid of it. You say, no, that's wrong. And then you're all excited. Wow, what a great country we are. The people are in control. They've already got it. The bombs are in place. Their system is in place. And then they'll tell you, okay, well, the bad men that did that, well, they're gone now, right? Because you know what? They're just pawns. They're just, there's higher energies and forces, and those are just pawns that they're working with. So they get rid of them. Those bad people are gone. But you know what? They replace them with new bad people. And they're working on things today, with the mind and with our genes and with our DNA, and doing horrible, horrific things behind the scenes. And it's the same thing. By the time it comes out, leaks out, and then it's already done. It's already set up. It's already in our collective conscious, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's here now, and then you get to vote on it, and now those bad people are gone, and it just keeps going on and on and on. It's a game, my friends. We gotta wake up, and we gotta change it, and it starts right here. Who is this? What spirit? Okay, if it's not unconditional love, peace, joy, kindness, and we're in resonance with that, and that's what we are as the people, my friends. And we won't allow anything less. We don't want their gods that hate, war, kill, and destroy. We don't want their governments that keep everything hush hush and behind the scenes until it's too late, my friends. We need to take control here, and it's the God mind, the good mind, the Christ mind. It's good thoughts, good words, good deeds. It's what we're vibrating. It's what we are. This needs to take back this, my friends. Then we start making form and matter. Well, how do we do that? It seems like such a big job. It isn't, my friends, but we have to get our hearts right. The people have to be right, because we could get rid of the government. So we got the numbers, but then what's the spirit that we're holding as a collective consciousness? Is it still greed and hate and war and killing, or is it unconditional love and want the best for our neighbor and the other countries? It's going to take all of us coming together to do that, my friend. So every time you see that star card, I want you to think of a question mark right here and think to yourself, what spirit is this? What spirit am I? And let's start spreading this message, waking people up. I know it's a frustrating time. I'm not going to lie. I'm a little frustrated. I'm a little disappointed at how slow it's going. At how when I speak to people that they're so brainwashed. They don't have their head. They don't have their ears. They can't see what's right in front of them because they're only working on 5% of their mind because the dark system, the matrix, owns the other 95%, my friends. But we can wake them up. We can change those codes, that DNA, and we can change this world. So please be a part of this. And I'm going to put up a link to our last series because I'm really proud of it. It's the warning series. We talk about warning alien invasion, warning this is it, warning they want to cut your head off, and we talk more about this. So I'm going to ask you, watch that and share it. Let's get these messages out, guys. I love you so much. We'll see you next time.